The 5:30 kickoff in the Premier League comes from Old Trafford with Wolves, the visitors. Now, as always, we like to get you guys, the Footy Accumulators followers, views on it. And 82% of you have said that you think both teams are going to score. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I like that. The fact the game's at Old Trafford. Disappointed that they will be disappointed that they managed to beat Manchester City and got put out. Unfortunately, the damage was done in the home game. And Wolves have just been absolutely unbelievable under Espirito Santo, and it'd be difficult to see them not scoring with the firepower that they've got.
It certainly has, because, I mean, you look at Nuno Espirito Santo, it's taken them from mid-table championship to top 7. That is no mean feat. No,
and considering the competition in the Premier League, it's absolutely brilliant. There's a stat, actually, funnily enough, that it's to finish in the top 6. I think Man United were odds on and Wolves were 64. That's far too big a price for Wolves to be 64 to finish the top 6. Because right now, they're scoring goals. Defensively, they've looked pretty good. And if somebody gave me a fiver to have a bet on 8-13 or 8-15 United to finish top 6 or 64 Wolves, I'm only going with Molyneux team for sure.
Absolutely, and they're currently on the same points as well. I remember you saying, Al, about Lingard, that I don't think he hasn't scored a Premier League goal in over a year, so it's still not looking good for him.
Yeah, and he got substituted the other night there. It's been a tough spell for Lingard because there was so much expected of him for sure, but he got a goal against Tranmere. I know Man United are back. A couple of them pals of mine are giving it 6-0 against Tranmere. But listen, scoring goals, and they're all good goals incidentally, albeit again the opposition wasn't brilliant. But they continue that, beat Man City, still not enough, and Lingard part of the squad. I think Lingard is one of the players that probably needs to go. He needs to move on, try and get his career not back on track, but just for everything he showed us, 2 years ago. To try and get that back.
And get that momentum.
Yeah, he does. I mean, you can't blame Lingard for Manchester United being average this year. There's a few more players that need to step up to the mark. But this is a tough game for Manchester United because a lot of people will be thinking Wolves can go there and score. The other thing is Matic getting sent off the other night there. They're picking up a lot of yellow cards, Manchester United, and they'll need to be really careful with this. And this is a toughie for them against Wolves, who will put Manchester United under pressure.
Well, finally, Al, what are your thoughts on Adama Traore? Because I know you're pretty impressed with this guy.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. I mean, 2 years ago, I was a bit kind of nonplussed about him, as though he was going to be great and then he would be poor for 4 or 5 games and not see him. His consistency's got so good. I mean, he's a strong lad. He puts you under massive pressure, which will take us beautifully on to our bet, actually, that we're going to have. And Bet365 are giving us even money for Manchester United to pick up the first card. Now, Traore puts you under pressure. And funnily enough, Liverpool picked up the first card against Wolverhampton as well when Andy Robertson got booked for the challenge on Traore. So that's the kind of player he does. He puts you under pressure. And I just thought even money from Bet365 was too much to miss, considering you have the likes of, Moutinho and Neves, certainly Traore and Jimenez. I think it might be a good bet.
And like you say, if it can happen to Liverpool, it can certainly happen to Manchester United.
It can this year.
Can't it? Thank you very much. Well, let us know, do you agree with Sir Alan McInally, or are you going to put on a different bet? Pop it in the comments below.